Assalamu alaikum, our dear students. Today we're going to start Unit 9. The title of the unit is Troubleshooting, and our lesson today is Operation, the first lesson. And of course, you need to go to the Technical English 1 course book, page 68. Let's start with looking at the objectives of our lesson today. The first objective is recognizing the parts of an airboard. نحن نتعرف على أجزاء الairboard and listening for details. Now, let's look at some of the important words that we're going to need in this lesson. Troubleshoot. Troubleshoot is a verb and it means to try to find the cause of a product or system not working correctly and try to find a solution. لما يكون عندك جهاز أو system مش شغال فتحاول تعرف سبب المشكلة وتلاقي الحل. What are these? These are vehicles. A vehicle is a thing that is used for transporting people or goods, البضائع, from one place to another, such as a car, a lorry, or a truck. We find these in machines and sometimes in cars, and this is called a lever. Lever. نخلي بالنا من نطق الكلمة lever. A handle, ذراع أو يد, used to operate a vehicle or a piece of machinery. Acceleration. Acceleration. تسارع. The rate at which a vehicle increases speed. We see this sometimes in movies, and it's a vehicle or craft that travels over land or water. في منها بيمشي على الأرض، في منها بيمشي على المية. قلنا cushion of air. Cushion اللي هي الوسادة الهوائية اللي زي دي كده. And it's called a hovercraft. Now, let's open the book page 68 and look at this. Okay. Do you have any idea about this machine and how it moves? Okay. It moves on that cushion of air and it moves on land. Okay. And there are 5 parts. Number 1 is lever. Number 2 is engine. 3 is body. 4 is fan. And 5 is handlebar. Handlebar. Okay, now what we need to do is to see these parts, write the number of the part next to the function of each one of them. Function وظيفة أو العمل. So drive the fan, pull the air in, plus and force the air down. تسحب الهواء تدفعه للخلف أو للأسفل. Control the speed and acceleration. Steer the airboard. Support the rider. Rider اللي هو الراكب. Let's look at the first function. Drive the fan. Which part here in this picture is responsible for driving the fan? It's the engine, or number 2. Okay, and which part pulls the air in and forces the air down? It's the fan. And which part controls the speed and acceleration? Yes, it's the levers. And which part is responsible for steering the airport? Steering اللي هو التوجيه اليمين واليسار. It's the handlebar. And finally, of course, which part supports the rider? It's the body. Good. Now let's move to exercise 3. We're going to listen and check the answers. So we need to go back to the previous picture, listen to check our answers.
Unit 9. Troubleshooting. Recording 47. Look at the airboard. You can see the 5 main parts: the body, the engine, the fan, the handlebar, and the 2 levers. The body supports the rider, and the engine drives the fan. The handlebar steers the airboard left and right.
Ah, yes, I see. So what does the fan do?
It pulls the air in and forces it downwards.
Right. And what do the 2 levers do?
They control the speed and acceleration of the airboard.
Let's listen one more time.
Unit 9. Troubleshooting. Recording 47. Look at the airboard. You can see the 5 main parts: the body, the engine, the fan, the handlebar, and the 2 levers. The body supports the rider.
Okay, so from this piece of information, we know that the body supports the rider, the one at the bottom, number 3.
And the engine drives the fan.
The engine drives the fan. Okay, so I'll leave you with the rest of the audio.
The handlebar steers the airboard left and right.
Ah, yes, I see. So what does the fan do?
It pulls the air in and forces it downwards.
Right. And what do the 2 levers do?
They control the speed and acceleration of the airboard.
Good. So now we finished our first objective. We recognize the parts of the airboard, and also we have seen the function of each one of these parts. Now, what we need to do is to move to next exercise, exercise 4, to listen again and complete the dialogue. And here, this is our objective. The second objective for today is to listen for details. Okay, so I leave you 1 minute to read the whole thing here, and we have 10 spaces. We need to put the right words here. Number 1 is done for you. The body supports the rider. You have 1 minute to read. Okay, now listen again to the same audio and try to complete the spaces, fill in the spaces with the right words.
Unit 9. Troubleshooting. Recording 47. Look at the airboard. You can see the 5 main parts: the body, the engine, the fan, the handlebar, and the 2 levers. The body supports the rider, and the engine drives the fan.
So what is the answer for number 2? Yes, it's drives.
The handlebar steers the airboard left and right.
So what should we write in number 3? Steers. Very good. Now listen from number 4 to 10.
Ah, yes, I see. So what does the fan do?
It pulls the air in and forces it downwards.
Right. And what do the 2 levers do?
They control the speed and acceleration of the airboard.
Okay, now let's check the answers. For the answer for number 4 does. So what does the fan do? Very good. It pulls the air in and drives it, forces it downwards, right? And what do the 2 levers? do they control the speed and acceleration of the airborne? Thank you. This is the end of our lesson today. We have achieved the two objectives for today's lesson. Please don't forget to answer the homework. Okay. You have 24 hours to finish the homework. Good luck.